guys, welcome to the Sean Files. Today we are going to go over AI spawning. I have a nav mesh bounds within my scene. How you would get a nav mesh bound is you would need this for the AIs so that they can walk within your scene. You're going to go over here and go to volumes, and here's the nav mesh bound. Just make it large enough that you need, and then make sure it's in overlapping the area that you want the AI to walk on, and then press P to be able to visualize it, so it will turn the area green, which your AI will walk on. Now you can spawn any actor that you would like. I'm just spawning AI in this video, and you can check out my other video where I teach you how to create an AI character. So let's go ahead and get started. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna create a blueprint class actor, and I'm gonna call it AI spawner. BP, and click on that. And we're going to create a static mesh and call it a spawner point. So this is the point in which the location where we're going to be spawning our actor. So I go over here to static mesh, and I'm going to pull up just a regular cube, just so I have a visualizer where we're spawning our objects. And you can go ahead and place that into the scene where you would like. Let's go back to our spawner. Okay, now let's code it. So I want to create a custom event and call it spawn AI. And then I'm going to go to spawn actor of class. No. Spawn actors from class. And I'm going to write in class, I'm going to pull up the actor that I want to spawn. So pick whichever one you want to spawn. I'm spawning my AI. So we need to have a place where we're spawning it. And this is where we're spawning it, the spawn point. So drag it over. And then we're going to get world location so that we can get the location of that actor. And then drag that over to our spawn transform where we're going to be spawning it. And then I actually would like to destroy these actors on a delay so that it controls how many actors we have in the scene, so there's not too many. So I'm going to do a destroy actor, and I'm going to connect it, but I need to put this on a delay so it doesn't crash our system. So I'm actually going to type in delay, pull it up, and we're going to delay our actors in like 4 seconds. Alright, that will control it a little bit. So now we need to put this on our event tick so that it will happen. So now let's test it. So now we have our AI spawning continuously. I could actually make 2 spawning points. Alright, so if I didn't want that many to be spawning, because I don't want that, I don't want it to be spawning continuously, I'm going to put a delay right here so that it only spawns the number that I specify, which let's say it's 2 seconds. Let's test that. So now they're spawning every 2 seconds. So you can see that they're spawning at the same time. If I want that to be more random, what I would do, go back to your class, is I would set this number to a random number within a range. So I'd go random float. A float is a number with a decimal point. Random float in range. And then I want it to be like within 0 seconds to 3 seconds. And within that, they're going to pull a random number within that time. and then create the delay so that's truly random. Let's test that. So now as you can see, it is now random. Okay, if I wanted to maybe limit the number of AI that I actually have in the scene, I'm going to want to count how many AI I'm in the scene. So we're going to do another custom event, and we're going to call it count AI. And I want you to drag us over and say get all actors of class. And this is not actor of class, it's actors. So it's counting how many actors. We need to pull up the same AI that we're wanting to count. Now create a variable and call it AI actors. Since this is plural, we're going to need this to be an array. And then change this integer type to an actor type. And drag that over and do set. So this is going to count how many. Actually, we need a length to count how many are in this list. So we're going to pull up a length. Now we need to put this into a variable. So come over here, create a variable and call it AI count. And change this integer to change this variable to an integer type and then change it to a single. And then drag that over and get set. And we're going to set this length to this variable. And then over here, we need to actually call this event. So rename it just so you can copy it, paste it in here and pull it up very easily. Bring it over here. Because we're going to it needs to go before the spawn AI because we need to count the AI before we spawn just to make sure that we have the right number. Now, we only want this to happen if whatever the number is the number that we desire. So what we're going to do is between here, we're going to get a branch. And we're going to say, we're going to get a greater equals. And we're going to pull in our integer and get it. And check to see if, how many AI do you want to spawn your scene? I only want 5, so I'm going to put in 5. And it's going to check if it's greater or equals than this, then it will spawn it. But I don't want it to spawn it if it's greater. I want it to spawn it if it's less than 5. So I'm actually going to pull in false. So let me go ahead and test that real quick. So we can count it into our outliner. Okay, as you can see, they're destroying themselves, and because we put in that delay, and then once it destroys itself, then they're able to spawn more, and it will only keep 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me make that delay a little longer just so we can count them up a little easier. So I need them to last a little longer. So I'm going to change that delay to 10. Alright, let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, let's take out one of these guys. We just want to see one. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5. As you can see, it keeps that limit. So it'll only spawn 5 in my scene. If I want to increase that number, I just change the number on the variable over here. If I want 20 to spawn in my scene, then I just put in 20. And then let's test. And now it will keep the cap on 20. And they'll destroy themselves in 10 seconds. To just keep a control on our information. Maybe you don't want them to destroy themselves. Maybe you want to kill them yourself. Then you would, whenever you destroy the enemy, then it would give the game ability to spawn more. So anyway, that concludes my video on how to spawn AI. And thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. Have a good day.